welcome to the 2012 ACU-sorrymate.com endurance here with Hottrax Motorsport. We are at a sunny, believe it or not, Brands Hatch, and the weather has been very kind to us, as you can see. Shampers and hampers, anyone? Well, we're going to be following the team at each round, and this round we're going to be following the Tech Supplies team.
Well, start to a new season, Tim. We're here at Brands Hatch 2012. It's March, it's quite cold, and it's hopefully not going to rain. How are you feeling?
Good. A little bit old, but good.
Now, there was some reference to your age, and it's a little bit unfair, that, you know.
Well, 48's not bad, but I only took it up in when I was 47.
So you're a rookie, really, aren't you?
Rookie-ish, yeah. Rookie last year, came second in the rookie championship for thousands. And then this year we're going to have a go at this Hottrax National Endurance.
What was the reason for choosing the endurance?
Just the challenge, really. Wes, my teammate, and I had spoke about it a few years ago when we were doing track days, and just thought that format of things of having, doing the team riding together was a good challenge to do, and that's why we've chosen to do it this year.
Well, certainly is no better a reason. Here are your riders, just waiting to get out onto the grid. Of course, it is a Le Mans style start. There is your man Keith Flint, along with one of the TEC Supplies team. Everybody now lining up. Of course, it's a lights out start for our Le Mans. As you can see, people not riding will be holding the machines. Tank Racing number 7 there. Of course, leading the field away, as ever, our Sweatshop Racing, our 2012 national team and 2011 champions. The lights go out and away they go for the first time of asking. We reckon we should be averaging anywhere close to about 200 laps of this 1.2 mile circuit. We are on board with the TECSupplies.com machine of Wesley Crozer on the first lap, and I tell you what, he's got a good start up into second. Up to Druid's Corner we go for the first time of asking, and catch up later on with them, about all runners and riders. Now, if you think that looks sedate, ladies and gents, trust me, it is not. These boys are going to be absolutely flat out. That is the number 98 machine, slightly further back. One of our novice riders, Dumb and Dumber, Derek Cunningham and Rick Dickinson on the Ducati 996. So these guys just getting their tyres up to temperature. They've had 2 warm-up laps to begin with. However, with the next 3 hours ahead of them, they're going to be taking their time and making sure that tyres are warmed up. Already, Rick Dickinson does his first overtake. You can see the wearing armbands. Well, those armbands are to make sure that anybody can recognise which rider is on the bike. So Rick Dickinson with a red armband, and his teammate, of course, Derek Cunningham with yellow. If you saw a 666 board just go out, that was actually meant for the number 91 team. They are sharing Piers Hutchins' pit board to let them know where they are. There are the 2011 Junior 600 champions, the Brand brothers, and they're out there again to contest their championship. Of course, moving on to the National 600s. Of course, there is our 2011 winner. Of course, that is the number 2, Simon Gardner, who has stepped in this weekend in terms of Hugh Brasher. Of course, Hugh Brasher not around, but Godfrey, his teammate, of course, riding as ever on the number 2 machine. Another rule for this year, if you're doing a changeover, you've got to make sure that it's on a paddock stand. So as you can see, all machines at the front of the garages, for fairness, need to make sure that they are on a paddock stand at the point of changeover. And by changeover, of course, that means that the transponder has to be changed.
So we moved up to second.
Well, there we go then. Tim Cripps just getting the result from the TV. As you can see, this is stop box in. This is where we start recording people coming in. You've got to put your foot down and come to a complete stop, both entry to the pit lane and exit as well. As we see the number 59 Go Racing Developments machine currently in about 12th position overall. people watching the timing screens. Back on board with Wesley Crozier, we go into Paddock Hill, and that looks to be, I think that's one of the Derek Redmond machines just ahead of him. It is the split lap Redmond of Neil Garnham. He's chasing into Druid's corner, and looks like there's been a little bit of oil spilt there in the past. Changeovers are waiting now. That's number 13, one of our juniors of Steam and Pressure. That was Lee Feeney just waiting for his changeover. Here we go though, changeovers for the first time as our number 91 comes in, so Wesley Crozier, and that bike now on a stand as per the new 2012 regs, and don't think they were quite ready for them by the looks of things. Where is the machine? They've changed over the transponder, that little red box you can see by his right knee. Out goes Tim Cripps, as he said, currently in second.
I got quite a good start, but compared to sprint racing, yeah, it's not quite the adrenaline there, but it adds a really different characteristic. Have to get the bike completely ready, have it in first gear, and power it off straight away. So yeah, what the two plan, please, very pleased.
Well, there we go then. A rider's perspective in our 3-hour sorrymate.com endurance. Not quite the first corner buzz, but certainly you have to be well prepared and planned. There are one of the Brand brothers, that is the number 5 machine going out there with a yellow armband, as you can see, so that'll be Peter Brand on board that one. And there is the bike of Tim Cripps. He's just getting used to that BMW S1000 RR. Of course, changes up and down the field all the time. We have the number 11 machine of the 11 kV Power 2 Connect BCS team out there. And that one being Alex Olsen on the bike for the moment on his Triumph 675. And of course we have a returning Keith Flint on the 115 Team Traction Control, out there with Ben Neves, who came to him in the latter half of 2011. Oh, looks like the number 42 machine has got a couple of problems. The Jack Aisley Ace of Hearts Racing machine, Spencer Casely and Ian Hart on there. That's Ian that you can see with the armband on the wrong side. It has to be said. That armband should be nearest the pit wall, not on the other side. So he may well receive something. Looks like he's been down the road, to be fair. Back with the team that we're featuring, though. Looks like Wesley is just waiting for another changeover, as we see a non-starting Triumph 675, the number 33 machine. Looks like that needs to have a bit of a push to get going again. So handbags and shoes, Messrs Cunningham and Bradley eventually get going. Well, there's the countdown to the 2-hour mark, and here are the classifications after our first hour. Sweatshop Racing in the lead, 11 kV Power 2 Connect second, TC Supplies in third, Team Traction Control fourth, and Pit Stop Racing in fifth.
Hi Tim, how was that?
Tiring.
Yeah. And towards the end, was it like, were you feeling on top of it, or was it kind of...
It was very busy, a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And it's just difficult to pass, and you don't want to, you need to take chances, but you don't want to spoil anyone else's race. But tough, yeah, really difficult to keep your lines, but no, good. I think we've still got second, so it's good so far, but a long way to go yet.
Welcome back to the ACU sorrymate.com endurance with Hottrax Motorsport, and well, we're well and truly into it, and already they're starting to fall. That is the number 7 Tank Racing James McBride, who has got a very broken R1, that one belonging to Chris Mason, so it looks like they're going to have to brush that into the back of the van. Action on track continuing. There is the team that we're following, the number 91 machine of the TCSupplies.com. On board we go with Tim Cripps, and onto the back straight as we start heading up towards through Surtees and up into Clearways. You're now straight lining this on the brakes as you tip in, trailing that brake, Dipping into clearways, knee on the deck. Now you start putting the gas on as we start exiting. That's their fit board going out to show them where they are. And Grant Wagstaff getting a bit of a rub down there. Oh, bless him. Well, he is a bit war-wounded, to say the least, is Grant. Changeovers, of course, occurring. That is, I believe, one of the Solymate.com teams doing a changeover. That's number 37 on their paddock stands, making sure that they are au fait with the rules. So DS Moto, Simon Long and Dan Hobson doing a changeover. They're looking pretty darn prepared, to say the least, possibly taking a little bit too much time getting that transponder fixed to those R6s. These boys out in the National 600s, and we'll show a bit of enthusiasm, fellas, come on. Looks like he's popping down the shots. Oh, 42 has taken another tumble, believe it or not. So that's second one of the day now for Jack Harsley, Ace of Hearts Racing. As you can see, another chance, 676 around Druid's Corner. Brand Brothers slightly further down the field than we like to see them. I think they've got quite a lot of runners and riders out there challenging this year in our National 600 endurance race. There's current leader Sweatshop Racing, though, on the ZX-10R. As we start to see Andy Carpenter doing a slight endo, shall we say, as he comes back into the pits. Number 59 machine of Go Developments Racing. James Edwards comes in, Andy Carpenter goes out. As well as we see the number 50 machine also do their changeover as well. So Team Avis Solutions, Nick Masterson and Paul Whiteman have now done their changeover. There is Keith Flint of Team Traction Control on the Crescent Prepared Gixxer 1000, leading in our Junior 1000s for the moment. As we see the second of the Brand Brothers just holding their line from the TEC Supplies machine. The 200 machines are out there. Split Laff Redmond 200, Andy Dix and Jonathan Garnett on a BMW and CBR 1000 RR respectively. And that is Andy Dix now heading out. As we see fueling, of course, fueling in pit lane has to be controlled very strictly. You can see all PPE equipment out there for the number 55 machine. So another swift changeover for Spark Endurance. Rob Knoll and Shelley Pike joining us again for the 2012 season. Oh, looks like there has been a breakdown, or is it an off? I think that was an off given the turf coming off, and that was on clearways by the looks of it. So, well, that was quite an opportune place to come off. As we see the TEC Supplies machine of Tim Cripps come in, on the stand it goes. Transponder changed over to Wesley, and that now clipped onto the side of the machine. Our clip clearly getting the better of their mechanic there for a moment. Safely on and away they go. Now he has to go to the end of pit lane and pop his foot down. Well, as you can see, there is the traction control machine, and we managed to catch up with Keith Flint in the paddock.
How's it going today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, really good actually. Yeah, you know, sort of start of the season. Looking back to last year, you know, last year was really wet. You know, kind of changeable, really cold. So we got some blue back on the bikes. We love riding bikes. What can be better? Paddock's an awesome place to be. Really good group of riders. And this year there's some really quick lads out there, and it's nice to be riding with them. It's awesome. Really buzzing.
Excited for the season ahead, like this year?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. All you want is to get the winter out the way and get back into your season bike racing. A few things going on with the band at the moment. We've got download at Donington, so I'll be racing at Donington and playing at Donington. It don't get better than that. I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't tell you.
So you'll be on the bike 1 minute and then you'll be on the stage the next minute?
Yeah, correct. That's it. Yeah, I mean they're my two huge passions in life. That's what life's about for me. That and my wife. And yeah, really good. Got a great partner, Ben Needs, who I'm riding with. The team's really tight. The matches on timekeeping, Simon and Jim. You know, we're really gelled as a team. So, and that's what endurance is all about. You know, it is a team event. So, yeah, I'm really buzzing. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Well, there we go, no finer an endorsement than that of one of our riders, and Keith Flint there giving you the heads up. Looks like the Redmond 200 team have got a couple of issues. They're doing something with the clutch side of the machine there. As we see Ben Neves on the traction control machine around Clearways and Clarkcurve, and Ben, of course, the brother of Michael Neves, MCN journalist. Here we go, though, countdown to 1 hour, and we can catch up with our provisional results. Sweatshop Racing still lead, 11 kV, Power 2 Connect in second, Team Traction Control move up a spot for third. Well, it looks like TC Supply is in fourth and Go Racing Developments in fifth.
So we've got 1 more hour to go. How's it looking?
The race is out there now, half an hour. Hopefully you'll put some good times in, then I'll go out and try and do my best, and hopefully we'll get on the third podium, but who knows. We've made a few mistakes, beginners, but yeah, no, so far so good. But you know, I do want to get on the podium. That's the whole idea of turning up. But no, I'm pleased so far. We'll get on.
Well, how do you spell BMW brand management? Okay then, back to the action on track. As we see one of our novices, the treble 7 machine out there is 7 Racing. Tim Foreman and Mark Mellon go in. Good to see the 42 machine back out there and running. So not too much of a problem for the Jack Ousley team. There is the number 11, Tommy Dale, on his Triumph 675. And the Redmond Racing machine, the number 4. No issues for them anymore. Seems like they're running pretty good. As we see more, well, that was a bit of a dodgy moment there for our number 91 team. Currently in third, but we're back on board with Wesley Crozier this time into Graham Hill Bend. Cuts that curve quite nicely, rolls to the outside, and on the throttle he goes down the back straight into Surtees. Looks like he's just about to go past, I think that was Go Racing Development's team. He's just moved to the inside of. Good exit out of Clearways. Now start getting on the gas. Nice and easy. Not a bad move at all. Onto the start-finish straight, which, as you can see, ladies and gents, isn't really that straight at all. As it looks like a chain change for the number 4 machine, Split Lap Redmond Racing. Means that they have had major issues there. And the treble 7 machine also making sure that they do their final changeovers of the day. And, oh, what's this? Is this a retirement, I think, happening here for the Brand brothers, unfortunately? So their first race in the National Series means retirement. And, well, I think that was Martin Brand finally finish off. However, here are your leaders. Sweatshop Racing, Mick Godfrey rounding out his final 40-minute session on the one-bike team, as we see the number 13 machine also out there as Steam and Pressure. And I think these guys currently doing their changeover for the final half-hour stint that they get as a junior team, as well as the number 11 team on their junior 1000 machine. Bit of a bobble there, that could have been 2 people. As we get a faller, can't quite read the number on that one. A red armband, I think that could be, is it the number 33? Well, this could be a safety car. No, rider up and okay, so no problems there. Wesley Crozier stops, puts his foot down, comes in. They've got to put the bike on the paddock stand. He's coming early. Oh, what's he done? Wesley, you've still got another lap to do before you come back in.
No, they're making him do a stop-and-go penalty down there as well now. So he's got to come in, do a stop penalty, go out, do 1 lap, come in and then do the pit stop. So we had 5 minutes to do that, otherwise we get another penalty. So it's all happened a bit too late really, but it's challenging, isn't it?
Well, there you go then. Just to clarify what happened at that point, Wesley went out on his changeover, did not put his foot down and come to a complete stop at pit box out, which means that he got a 1-minute stop-go penalty. That would have pushed him down the order, to say the least, and currently down from 2nd to 4th overall. Now they can do their changeover, and it will be Tim who will take up the running. So I can imagine that Wesley's going to be absolutely seething about that one. Unfortunately, these are one of the things that you do learn. They are a stickler for regulations, bike starts, away goes Tim.
Got a penalty. Didn't put my foot down at the end there. I got a penalty for it.
The look of a guilty man. Yes, he knows he's done wrong there, but fair play to him for coming in. As I say, 5 minutes before another 1 minute penalty would have been given to him. Had he had not come in for his second penalty, I'm afraid he would have been disqualified from the results. Looked like there's a rear tyre changeover for the number 10 machine. So NI Racing having an issue. And Team Traction Control also doing a changeover of a rear wheel. Keith Flint just standing away from the machine at the moment. I think there's an issue with that. Let's have a look. Well, it looks like they've got to change a rear wheel in its entirety. Under 4 minutes to do that, with Alan Ligo looking on to make sure everything's done. They've got 4 minutes to make sure they do it to maintain their position overall. The question is, can they get it done? Being timed down at the moment by one of their teammates. Away goes Ben Neves. Transponder changed over. Question is, have they done it?
Yeah, it was good, that was really good. We're still in the leads.
Flat tyre?
Yeah, flat tyre. We have 4 minutes before changeover.
The crew then?
Sorry?
They should be in Formula 1 these days.
Yeah, they should be. Well done. Top boys, top boys.
Well, I'd call that a result. 4 minute changeover of a rear wheel in its entirety. Bearings, cush drive and all. Well, there's Tim of the number 91 team out on the track for the moment, currently down in 4th position, but there are your leaders and class leaders coming to count down. 115 Traction Control maintain their lead in class for the junior thousands as well. And the number 22 as well, I think you will find, ladies and gents, that 22 is junior 600s. With the number 11 kV Power Connect leaders in the National Sixes. But countdown to completion of our 3-hour endurance, and it is Sweatshop Racing who take the outright win. Well, I tell you what, same for 2012 as 2011. These guys are absolutely unstoppable. There goes the checkered flag. That is your 3 hours racing done and dusted. So our confirmed results then, overall results, Sweatshop Racing take the win, 11 kV in second, Tech Supplies third, Go Racing Developments in fourth, with Pit Stop Racing in fifth. In the National Sixes, 11 kV take the top spot, Pit Stop Racing second, Dux Cross Racing third. Our Junior Sixes, Team XG get first, J&B Racing up there in second. Our National Thousands, Sweatshop Racing take it, Tech Supplies in second, Go Racing Development a well-fought third. And our Junior Thousands, Team Traction Control get the top spot, Anglia Interiors get second, Steam and Pressure round out the top three. Well, as the riders and teams all pack up, we wish you well. Hope to see you on the 21st and 22nd at Snetterton. Join us then.